Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental energy reading for January of 2026 for the elemental energy of water. And water covers the zodiac signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or have water high in your chart, this message is for you. And water, you are also the lucky ones who get the upload on the very first day of January of 2026. That's when this video goes live. So I hope you had an awesome and safe New Year's Eve celebration and New Year's Day. And let's hope that this next year brings all the joy and happiness it can possibly bring for you. And I do have the water and all the elemental forecasts loaded up on the channel already. You can check those out for the upcoming year. And if you've never had your charts read, there is a link in the description to a natal chart that I personally use. It's not sponsored or anything like that, but it's gives you your base 12 houses with all the signs and symbols, and then there's a 10 to 20 page description of what all that means. And there's always a little section in there on your elemental alignment, which is pretty fascinating. So we'll get started with your hexagram from the I-ching, and we cast this before the video started. So water, you have number hexagram 28, and the title is excess. So let's see how this plays out. Excess, the ridgepole sags. It is favorable to have a goal or destination in view. Success. So overall, it's saying that there's going to be a lot of things moving this month, and it could feel like you are bending under the weight, but it specifically says sags. It doesn't say you break, so this is a good thing. It just means that you're going to be dealing with a lot of things going on, but if you have a specific dream, goal, or ambition, things are going to go better because you have a focus that you can put your attention towards. And this energy of success that's coming in here, just coming through the vibes anyway, is saying this is where you get to make your own future. You don't have to worry about what someone else is thinking. This is your time to step up. It's the first of the Gregorian calendar year, so you can really start putting the attention there. You also have like this nice quiet time of January generally, where work's pretty quiet for, unless you work in a resort town, but you don't have as much going on because it's cold, things are pulling in. So you've got a little bit more free time at home, and this is the time where you get to really focus on the things that you want to create, water. If you're in a relationship, focus on building that stronger. If you're single, focus on the things that you're holding value to. If that's going out and finding a partner, great. If it's working on your personal business, great. This is that energy that's coming up for the month of January. So our foundation line here, for mats, use white rushes, no error. And when they say rushes, are they really talking about the plant? White rushes are less common than ordinary ones, and they're more beautiful for the matting process. Okay, so this is you don't have to worry about the details. You want to make it look nice this month. For mats, use white rushes, no error. You want to do the things in the best possible way. You want to make yourself feel the best. Take the time this month to really tap into self-care. Go get that massage if it's within the budget, or maybe got that gift card for Yule that you want to go use. Do that in January so you feel better. If it's starting a new diet plan, find ways to make this the best possible option so you can actually build a new habit with it. But it's really wanting you to just take the time to really enjoy what you're doing and connect to the beauty of existence. Your second place line. The withered willow tree puts forth new shoots. An old man takes to wife a young girl. Everything is favorable. If you've ever been around willow trees, even after they were cut and put into the wood pile, a good rainstorm and you'll start seeing sprouts on them goofy things. And that's what they're talking about, is it still puts forth new shoots. The old man takes to wife a young girl. They're talking, the Anna Nicole Smith thing going on, and it tends to make the person who's a little bit older feel young again. And that's what this is saying, is allow yourself to be invigorated through January, to feel more active and more alive. There are some people who believe that the winter months are more aligned with water, so that could be part of where that's coming in, but it's definitely your time to step up and really be invigorated for life. January is the start of the new year in the traditional calendar. Water, really tap into that and set yourself up for success. Your third place line, the ridge pull sags misfortune. And this is really saying if it gets to be too heavy and it starts to sag, yes, there's a lot going on here. Make sure you can find someone who can support you, whether that is with a friendship, a relationship, a coworker, even family members, whatever it is. You don't have to do this alone. Water, you are, especially if you're Pisces, you carry the weight of so much of the zodiac with you. And with water, you carry all of the emotions of every element. So you're not just wandering around here by yourself. There's a lot going on, and that's where you want to make sure you have the support when you need it. Doesn't mean you're going to have it all the time, but when you need it, don't be afraid to ask for it. Our fourth place line, the ridge pull is upheld, good fortune. Were it otherwise, there would be cause for blame. This is the people who come forward are going to be there for you. They're the ones you can, your ride or dies, if you want to call it that. But if you can't find someone in your inner circle that's going to support or help you figure out how to carry this load, the blame is on, at that point, them, because they said they would be there and they're not. So you want to make sure that you've got the right kind of people around you. And when I say support, I don't mean enabling. That's one thing that my guides are wanting to clarify real quick. When they say support, they're talking about people who are there to help you focus, process, deal with this, give you the pat on the back or sometimes the slap beside the face to wake up to the fact of what's going on. Because you might be just taking too much on your plate, and they'll be like, dude, knock it off. Stop taking everyone else's problems. Or they could be there being like, actually, you've got this. You've already done this before. So it's that kind of support where you need the honesty and the clarity to deal with these situations. But if they're not there to be supportive of you, that's not good on them. So, and that also could be a reflection on you. Don't just bring people in because they say they're your friends. It's that emotional connection and that proving of a relationship. So our fifth place line, the withered willow tree puts forth a blossom. An old woman takes a vigorous young husband. No blame and no praise. No matter what goes on this month, there is a little bit of a reminder to not rely on everyone else, but don't be afraid to ask for help when it's needed. And it's also saying here, no blame, no praise. You're not going to be getting a gigantic rah-rah, ticker tape parade or anything like that just because you did what you'd planned to do anyway. Your success is a quiet success, and your failure is a quiet failure. But the beauty of the failure is you can fix it. You can always overcome it. And that's what they're wanting to make clear. It doesn't matter how much it looks like it's not going anywhere. That withered willow is still going to produce. And that's what they want you to understand is even if in the moment it doesn't feel like you're having success or doesn't feel like you're making any headway, you actually are. You just need the right nutrients and guidance sometimes to remind you of that. So our capstone here, top one. While he was fording the river, the water rose above his head, misfortune, but he was not at fault. When we talk about water in the I-ching, it's usually talking about a social situation, groups of people, or massive projects. And when it says the water goes over his head or her head, it's not saying that you're doing something wrong. It's saying that you might have bitten off more than you can chew in this moment, and that makes you feel like you're drowning. And it's not the best option. Is it the worst outcome? No. But this month is about learning temperance, learning to be judicial in how you spread and spend your energy. And if something just doesn't align with you, you might have to remove it for the moment. That is 100% an option right now, water. It's not about, well, I started all these things, therefore I have to keep continuing and I have to build and keep adding. No. Water, take what you can do, work with that. If it starts to become too much, thin out the extra stuff. You don't have to work the 20 hours of overtime most of the time. Sometimes you need the little extra, especially after Christmas and Yule. But if it's, I'm starting 2 side businesses, do you really need that? Like, make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not, the energy is going to feel like you're drowning. But it's not like you're at fault for this. It's just because you wanted to do all these things all at once. Spread them out. It's okay to take your time to build this next part of your life. So now we'll hop into our cards. Before I do that, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, I like to hear from you guys. If you see something different in the cards that I'm holding up, because I read intuitively, feel free to drop that in the comments. It's always fun to hear what other people have to say about the different cards. And I read week by week. There's about 4.5 weeks, so we're doing a 5-week set for January. Each week we look at a guide or guardian. We look at a message from source, which is a positive affirmation, some messages of reassurance, things like that. And then we get a little more clarity from the tarot. And all the cards are linked in the description if you're interested. Water, you're starting off your first week of January with number 16, Grace. This is wanting you to understand that you don't have to feel shame. You don't have to feel guilt. To show grace to yourself. And in doing so, you will show grace to others. And the grace is not saying, again, my guides are being testy today. They don't want you to enable other people, but if they make a mistake, show grace and be like, is there something I can do to help so that the mistake's not made again? Or if there's a misunderstanding, be willing to admit your part in that and then fix it and make it clean again. When we show grace to each other and to ourselves, it's saying, you know what, we all make mistakes. Let's find a way around this so that we're not making a problem down the road. So that's a pretty positive energy to have coming in this first week. Your message from source is Mother of the Salt Waters, passion, wild love, opening your heart and let love in. When you start to show grace, compassion, and love to yourself, it overflows into the world around you. And when that happens, you get to open your heart. You get to let people actually show their appreciation for you, show their love for you. When you are taking care of yourself, and I'm not talking ego, I'm talking about healthy respect and healthy monitoring and self-care. And when that happens, other people notice that. And it doesn't matter if you're overweight, skinny, that's irrelevant. We're talking about being positive with yourself, not toxic positivity, because there is a limit to how healthy it is to be certain sizes. But what it's saying here is showing yourself that you care, that you're doing the things to support yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, all those things. Others are going to see that and they're going to want to be around that energy. And there's even a face in the background here if you look, and that is basically, this is one of the water deities. And I'm feeling this is it's the mother of salt water is the message. And this divine water aspect wants you to understand the depth of water's feelings and emotions is massive. So when we tap into that water energy and we really clear out and open our hearts, knowing what we possess as water, that outpouring that comes with that is massive. There's not another element that can trigger this kind of emotional response. Water is unique in that respect, and that's one of the things that water holds very strong, is this ability to love and show compassion, but also to know when to put up a boundary and say, no, we're done here. That's enough. And that's what they're wanting you to understand, is when you open your heart, you still have to keep some of those barriers up to be like, nah, you stay over there. And your message from source, or from the tarot, is the Two of Ariel. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects, making work fun. This goes back to the I-ching, especially the capstone line. You don't want to get overwhelmed with things to do this month. You want to take your time. You want to do things thoroughly. Just as it said in the I-ching, when you want to make your mats out of the white rushes, you want to really do the things well. Whatever you're putting your attention to, and that's why you don't want to get overwhelmed, because when you're overwhelmed, you tend to not make as much perfection in what you're working on. So take the time to do the things important to you, most important, put them at the top, and then do those well. When you reach those to the point where you're comfortable, you know what you're doing, they look good, whatever it is, then you add the next one. But you want to make sure you're doing things well, because when you feel better about the job you're doing, it reflects in the outcome of that job as well. A lot of wells there, sorry. And let's hop into our second week and see what guide or guardian comes up. We have number 25, the Philosopher. This is a week of evaluation, is what I'm hearing. We have this stern, more Saturn father energy coming in, so this is not going to be a week of play and frivolity. This is a time for a deeper introspection. Really focus on the journaling, getting clear on your vision boards, taking the time to actually put in the effort to the most important thing on your list, or the top two. The second week, they're wanting you to understand that when we talk about philosophy, this is a way of viewing the world. This is a way of knowing who you are. A personal philosophy comes down to your morals, your ethics, your code of conduct, how you respond to situations, and really how you view the world. And so the second week is your time to pause, reflect, and make sure that you're doing the things you're doing for the right reasons. They keep going back to this energy of double checking your lists, going back to your vision board, really getting clear on what it is you want to build, because you're starting your foundation in January. And the second week is saying, don't start rushing ahead. Make sure you know what you're talking about. Make sure you know what you're looking at, whether it's the new job, that new relationship, possibly starting a family, looking to have a baby, whatever it is. Make sure the second week you're clear on what you're doing, the why behind it, because sometimes that's more important, and then allow that to be the foundation and groundwork moving forward. Your message from Source is the deep sea diving, the way of the mystic, learning through experience and depth. This is a week of taking a deep dive into your subconscious and your own identity. Philosophy and deep sea diving, we are looking at going below the surface. We're not sitting at the surface level being like rainbows and unicorns and all this, fluffy bunny stuff. This second week is a call to deepen your awareness of who and what you are, water. And it feels a little heavy when I say that, but they're wanting you to understand, if you put too many irons in the fire, your fire is going to get cold and you're not going to have the passion to keep going. Just like with the I-ching, if you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you're drowning in the water because you're trying to ford the great river and you've got too many things on your plate, take a couple of them off. It's totally cool to do that. And that's what the second week is saying. Make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed. Make sure you're not overdoing it. Being overstimulated, over buried with work and personal things, too many social events. Be like, no, thin it down, one a week, type however it works for you. But if you're feeling that pulled in too many directions, the second week is saying, look within, prioritize, take out the stuff that doesn't work or doesn't need to be this at this time. And your message from the tarot is number 19, the Sun, with Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. When you're able to sort things, when you're able to prioritize in the healthy way, you become what everyone else wants to be, because the stuff that you're putting your attention towards, those 2 or 3 priorities, they're doing really well, and your success is inspiring to other people. They want to know how you're doing it. And it's not because you're putting so much energy out on all these things. You have really corralled it down to, this is the priority. I'm doing these things. I'm going to focus on them. I'm going to bring them into perfection. And once they're there, then I will add the next one. Because once these become easy, because I've done it for so long, it's becoming perfected, and it's like, oh, now it's easy, then you have the time to add something else in. And that's where knowing what your balance is and knowing how to adjust things so that you're not getting overwhelmed is so important. In the second week, with the philosophy and the deep sea diving coming out to the Sun, if we follow the principles of the philosopher and the deep sea diving, which is going deep, understanding the pattern, what's the priorities, the success that comes with the Sun is going to light the path ahead for you and for anyone else who happens to be around you. Your third week's guide or guardian is number 32, the divine feminine. And this is an energy where feminine tends to work really well with water anyway, because it's more supportive. It can be a little bit of a chameleon, but that also means that you're here to be in the best possible way, supporting and showing sometimes the gentler way of achieving success. And this energy is saying, Tap into the more feminine side. You don't have to be the projective, dominant, I have to push myself out there to the world. Sometimes you can be more powerful by being quiet, by being more receptive, and allowing yourself to be there as a supporting member. Just like with the I-ching, it says, if the basically the support beam starts to sag, you're going to need support. And sometimes you're the supporter, so you're the one helping prop someone else up, and sometimes you're the one that is needing to be supported. And that's where that divine feminine energy comes in, is knowing how that balance plays out. So this third week is really saying, tap into this the other side of the coin. The too much masculine energy becomes aggressive, too much feminine energy becomes hyper emotional and a little manipulative at times. But when you find the balance between the two, the masculine protects the feminine supports the masculine, they work in communion with each other, and they both get stronger because of it. And that's what they're wanting you to remember in this third week, is don't get wrapped up in societal nonsense. Make sure you're staying true to you, knowing when to give and when to receive. And that's just, the I-ching talked about, like, knowing when to be receptive. This is what they're talking about. So your message from Source is the rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. This is why you're setting your platform up, why you're stabilizing yourself, you're getting your foundation. The rainbow is showing you the multitude of options, of new desires, of new awarenesses that are coming in water. You are starting a brand new journey. You don't have to worry about the past, that sweet relief. You're letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve you. And that's just like the I-ching. If something's not working, get rid of it. There's no error here, and the blame is literally more on them because they said they would do something and they didn't. So take the time in this third week to really enjoy that connection. The divine feminine comes in to be supportive, because when you're starting a new endeavor, good grief, can't talk today, sometimes that feels a little intense. That can be a little intimidating. And when you have the proper support, you can voice those concerns, and whoever's your support there can be like, no, that's just your ego talking. You'll be fine. Or it could be, well, what does that play out? How does this work? And they can help you see the pattern. And when you do that, it allows you to release the past and step into this higher frequency and this higher, beautiful energy. Your message from the tarot ties into the rainbow, because the rainbow is new beginnings, a new way forward. Your tarot is number 0, which in traditional tarot is the Fool. In this deck, it's called Leap of Faith with Archangel Metatron. And it says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. When we look at this energy, you're putting your foot on the first step of the path. You can see the path back here. And you have the dog. In some tarot, it's the snake, but it's biting the heel, it's chasing him. Like, don't get overconfident. You're starting out something new here. And when we look at this leap of faith energy, we have support. We got angel back here, Metatron. Metatron is the angel who used to be the prophet Enoch, who ascended to heaven and saw no death. And he is the angel that guides us in our ascension, our spiritual growth. There's a lot more that goes with Metatron, but this is the energy of a new beginning. And spiritually, this could be you're reconnecting with a deeper part of who you are. You could be coming into the awareness of the divine feminine, of a goddess energy, or Shekinah glory if you go with some of the old texts. Or it could be the fact that you're coming into the understanding of the Gnostic view of the eons and Sophia. So you've got a lot of different elements in this third week of shifting, changing, new beginnings. There's definitely a new seed popping in here. Like the first 2 weeks, you're getting clear on philosophies and how you exist and taking the time to really take care of yourself. This third week, I feel like there's a shift that occurs in the third week of January for you, water, where you open a new door, a new spiritual lesson or new spiritual journey starts, and that's what's coming forward here. Your fourth week is number 13, the Avebury Matriarch. I'm really not getting much from this one. Let's take a peek in the book on that one, just because some of these are so the terms are different. I'm not sure how to read with them. But it's saying this dragon comes with the strength and power to delve deep into the ancestral past and bring you healing, generally following the divine feminine or matriarchal line. She tells us that it's safe to explore the family hurts and release them, and basically, this is a call to release your past. These are little tombstones all around here. And sometimes you have to reach back through your family line, a little ancestral healing, to release some of these things. You could be dealing with energies that are coming from ancestral vows, oaths, and agreements, which is a thing, or it could be something that you made an agreement to when you were younger too. And I'm feeling very strongly that this agreement was specifically to a mother, a grandmother, an aunt, or a religious female figure. And they're saying it's time to reevaluate those agreements. It's time to go back through, and if you are someone who does past life work, go back through your divine or your feminine line and figure out where there was an agreement, or like vows of poverty are a common one, or vows of chastity, which means your relationships are just totally trashed because you feel this need to be alone because you feel guilty for something that your 12th removed grandparent did. And this is where you get to clear some of that out. So this fourth week, the third week was a new beginning. The fourth week is saying, if there's something that pops up, this is a good place to start looking at it and clearing it out. And again, there's the energy that comes from the I-ching is saying there is no blame. So even if this does happen, this is not your fault. Either you did it in a time when you weren't awake and aware in a spiritual sense of this vow, or it was something that happened in your family line and you had nothing to do with this. So this is not a cause of yours, but because of something else that happened, and now it's time to clean it up. And when you heal ancestral lines, you do a lot of powerful healing. You heal the line. Could be your parents as well. They'll notice the shift. But you're also healing your future. So that situation does not carry forward. So you've got a really cool fourth week here. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but your message from source is plunge, don't hold back. It's time to go for it and dive in. These two energies are so interesting because when you start to do ancestral work, it feels like you're diving into a vortex of chaos sometimes. Sometimes it's really clean, you just pop back there, you can see it, you deal with it. Other times it's like you get into a swirling miasma trying to sort through what's going on back there. But with this energy of the plunge, the only thing stopping you, water, is you. You're the only thing that's standing in your way. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go back there and clean that up? Do you want to try to do the forgiveness exercises where you're doing it in the moment, which works as well? The choice is yours, but the call in this fourth week is it's time to take some action. It's time to get things moving. The things that you were setting up in the third week, now it's time to follow those next steps. It's time to embrace your new future. It's time to embrace these powerful changes in your life and really start to love the journey is what I'm hearing. About to throw the cards. Love the journey because this is what you've been wanting. You've been setting yourself up for this new branch of life, and in this fourth week, it's saying now it's time to really do the things. You've been planning the job. You've been planning how you're going to propose to this person. Do it. It's really simple. Not easy, don't get me wrong. It's a simple step. It can be the most terrifying thing in the world to do, but in this fourth week, that's what the call is. Just go out there and do what you're going to do. Your message from the tarot is the Eight of Raphael. There is something better waiting. Do what you know is right, a spiritual quest. When we look at this, you're crossing a challenge. There's a bridge here. And this is where you get to make those decisions. So this whole fourth week is really saying there's might be some cleanup to do, and if there is, take care of that. And if that doesn't apply to you personally, then it's time to really get moving. It's time to take the next steps. It's time to call on that building rental. It's time to go pick up the ring. It's time to get that restaurant reservation. Whatever is going on, now is the time to do it. There's something better waiting. The other side of I'm scared, I need to do this is success. And just like the I-ching talks about, and so far this month, Everything's lining up, water, for you to succeed. The question is, are you ready to succeed? Sounds fun, right? Your message from, or your fifth week guide or guardian is number 17, Octromus. The energy I'm getting from this one is a little bit of a manifestation energy, but also some fire. Let me take a peek here, see if we can trigger a little bit more out of that. We got 17. Normally I don't have to look in the books for these, but these last two are unique. I've never worked with them before. So we have connects with the Arcturian civilization, the peacemakers of the galaxy. It announces that this is the dragon of the seventh golden ray, kin to the Atlanteans. And Actromus comes into the reading. He wants you to understand the time has come for you to begin integrating with seventh dimensional golden ray energy and initiate the process of anchoring this frequency into your very being. So you're really in this position of, there's a little bit of fire going on here, but it's the call to spiritual growth. This month is getting your philosophies together, clearing out old patterns, getting started on the next steps. Don't forget the spiritual part. And with this energy of the Arcturians, I'm getting, I'm seeing these very strong, burly people, very peaceful for the most part, but you never want to go against this. And this is the energy that's coming in. They're saying to protect you, but also to show you have the strength to go through this next process because you've already done it once, water. This is one of those spinning elevator situations where you've done it at a lower frequency. You're now taking it to the next steps. So it's not a new thing. You've already succeeded once, you'll do it again. And you have the support of a very strong energy coming in from the stars, Galactic Council energy, saying, we're on your side. Whatever you are going with here, as long as we're working for the benefit of yourself and others, and it's not following an ego trip, we're going to be there to support you. So what's holding you back? What's pausing you? Again, those are not easy things. It's a simple answer, but it's not an easy process. Your message from Source is the Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It is safe to stop. This is that reminder, just like I think it was the second or third week. Don't forget self-care. The things that are holding you back are doubts, fears, worries, concerns, senses of unworthiness. The Healing Lagoon is saying, process those through. And sometimes taking a nice warm bath, having a couple candles lit, playing some quiet music, and watching that favorite movie that always just makes your heart feel warm. Things like that are healing. And this month, when you're coming into alignment with especially Actromus and the Arcturian spirit guides, this is a time to really tap into that peace and strength. Because there's a great deal that comes in with this energy that I'm feeling right now that is supporting you. And water, you can really create whatever you want. This month is saying get clear on it because you're manifesting it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the more clearly, sorry about dropping my deck of cards here. The more clearly you can visualize it, the more clearly you can put your attention into it, the more quickly things will start to line up. It's all a matter of getting your personal philosophy down, knowing that you have the strength and protection of, at this point, the divine feminine, masculine, and a whole list of galactic people coming in here. You have no fear, nothing to be afraid of. Don't overwhelm yourself, but it's time to start making that magic happen. Your message from the tarot is number 6 with the Lovers, Archangel Raphael coming in here. Make choices from your heart, deep emotional commitments, the power of love. Water, the only thing I can say with this one coming up here is do what brings you joy. Do the thing that wakes your heart up. Those times when you just feel like your chest is going to explode because you're so happy. Do the things that make you feel peace. When you're really in a situation of love with another person, that lover's energy comes in. It's not just about the passionate bedroom activities. It's that sitting on the couch, rubbing each other's feet, watching a stupid comedy, and you're okay. You're quiet. You're in the presence of the person, and that's enough. Sometimes it's cooking dinner together. Sometimes it's reading a book together, going for a walk. This energy of the lovers that's coming in with this last week is wanting to basically tie everything together, saying, find your peace. You have much protection. Get clear on what it is you want to do and take the time for self-care. When you do those things, you heal yourself and it reflects out and heals the world around you. Water, final message from the guides coming in. Because water carries the heart of the ocean, you carry this ability to wash away the things that do not serve. You have the power to heal the world, so to speak. In some cases, this might be a literal thing. This month of January, you're getting clear on your intentions. You're getting clear on who you are as a person this year, in the moment. Might change back down the road, but right now you're getting clear on this. And this is allowing you to bring out the healing light, bring out the power of the divine. You are becoming the prismatic reflector and disperser of light within the world. What you manifest and call forward, it's reflecting out to others. It's not just about you this month. It's about making sure you're aligned, because whatever you're bringing in is amplifying out. So if you're aligned in a positive state and you're working with this very strong, uplifting, powerful energy of love, compassion, and personal understanding, that is reflecting to everyone around you, whether you know them or not. You work in retail, every customer is going to feel it. If you work in some kind of an online business, every client you have is going to feel this. This is the energy of change that you are bringing forward. And this is something that your soul has aligned with before you even came in this lifetime. This year of January, or 2026, I feel a very strong shift happening for you, water. Last year, there was a lot of ups and downs. This year, the sensations coming forward is there's definitely going to be a shift, but you're the one steering the ship. So with that, I will let you guys and gals go. Have a great month of January. Again, let me know in the comments down below if any of these cards message something different for you, and I will see you in the next video.